Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Fury, and this is your first time listening to my voice. Today I'll be talking about Yoriichi Tsugikuni's backstory, because I do use him a lot in my stories and a lot of you don't know who he is, so here you go. So in the manga, Yoriichi's backstory is narrated by his brother, Michikatsu, or better known as Upper Moon 1. Yoriichi and Michikatsu were born twins to a fairly wealthy family. But at the time, having twins was considered bad luck because it would cause succession problems. So their father decided to kill Yoriichi, who was born with a hideous birthmark. Hearing this, the mother, who already loved her children dearly, lost control of herself, out of pure anger. And so, Yoriichi was spared and was destined to live in the temple as a monk. Despite being twins, Michikatsu and Yoriichi were treated very differently. Michikatsu was receiving training in the art of the sword, and greater education than his brother. Despite this, Michikatsu snuck into Yoriichi's considerably smaller room and gave him a flute he made himself. As Michikatsu notes, I had never seen him smile, and people thought he was stone deaf because he never talked until he was 7 years old. One day, Yoriichi was watching his brother practice his swings, and suddenly, for the first time, he spoke, asking his brother if his dream was to become a samurai. After that moment, Yoriichi also wished to become a samurai himself, wish that disgusted Michikatsu, because Yoriichi would run and cling to his mother's left side every time he saw her walk. In Michikatsu's eyes, Yoriichi was a pitiful and weak child. But one day, Yoriichi asked Michikatsu's tutor to train him as well. So the swordsman gave him a small wooden sword and told him to come at him. But to his surprise, Yoriichi beat him by striking him 4 times in the blink of an eye. Despite his incredible talent, Yoriichi never said he wanted to become a samurai ever again, because he couldn't bear hitting someone else. After a conversation with Yoriichi, Michikatsu realized something. His brother could see through a living creature's body because of his birthmark. That was also the reason that led him to cling to his mother's left side. He was in fact supporting her. Because of that incident, the twins' roles were reversed, and their treatment too. It was Michikatsu who was to be sent to the temple, but before that could happen, their mother passed away, and the night of the passing marked Yoriichi's departure from the house, as he didn't want to take Michikatsu's place. Envoys were sent after him, but he had disappeared. Years later, Michikatsu's encampment was attacked by a demon. His subordinates all perished, but he was saved by Yoriichi. By that time, a lot had happened in Yoriichi's life. He met a girl his age after escaping, whose entire family had been wiped out because of a disease. He started living with her, and 10 years later they had a child. And he left to fetch a midwife for the birth. He planned to return before sunset, but along the way, he met an old man that wanted to reach his dying son. So he helped him. But tragedy struck when he came back home to his dead wife and their unborn child. He sat there for 10 days straight, mourning them, until he was found by a demon slayer. He became a demon hunter and taught the others how to use breathing styles. Soon after that, he came across Muzan Kibutsuji, the progenitor of the demons, along with Tamayo to his side. He fought Muzan, and used the 13th form of sun breathing to sever all of his 7 hearts and 5 brains. But the demon escaped by exploding his flesh into 1,800 pieces. Shortly after, the demon slayers informed him of his brother's transformation into a demon. Taking responsibility for his failure and his brother's betrayal, he was exiled from the corpse. Yoriichi then went to his good friend Sumiyoshi Kamado, Tanjiro's ancestor, whom he had saved from a demon long ago, and showed him his breathing technique, gave him his earrings, and left. The last thing we know of Yoriichi Tsugikuni was his last encounter with his brother as an old man. Saddened, he cut his brother's throat, unable to sever it completely, and passed away standing up. That, my friends, was Yoriichi Tsugikuni's story. If you enjoyed this video, then let me know in the comments. Maybe I can make more of them, because Demon Slayer really does backstories really well, so it would be a pleasure for me to cover them for you. Anyway, have a great day, God bless you, and goodbye.